Howdy boys and girls, today we're going to discuss Ganzo knives. It is Ganzo, not Gonzo, as some people have pointed out who've spoken with them directly. At the moment I have 4 or 5 of these little boogers. Sorry about that. And I have been impressed. I am not a fan of Chinese made knives typically. I don't normally enjoy them or collect them or recommend them to people. But since these have come on the scene, I started ordering some up just to see what we were looking at. And I mean to tell you, the quality is there, guys. The quality is there. They use a combination. Some are solid, just bronze washers. Some are combination of bronze and nylon washers. But from what I've seen, all are smooth, all are silky smooth. They have a great action to them. The 440C steel that Ganzo uses, I apologize. See, I'm messing it up on my own. Their steel has been tested by a few other channels. There's a Birdshot 4 out there. I recommend them, and they've done some awesome Ganzo reviews over the last year or so. And they've even done a steel performance test, testing out the model 727 up against an Ontario Rat 1 and a Cold Steel Recon 1 in AUS 8A. Ganzo's 440C smoked Cold Steel's AUS 8A and Ontario's AUS 8. Now this surprised me quite a bit. I've known about 440C since the 80s. It was a popular steel. Buck even tried to switch over to, or switched from it in the early 80s. They were using it for 30-40 years prior to that, and it proved itself. It did. It will hold an edge for you guys, and it will take a keen edge. What we've got before you here, we have a model 724 in green with axis lock. We have a model 712 Benchmade Badlam copy. I won't call it a clone because it's not a direct replica, and its size is slightly smaller than Benchmade's original Badlam. These 3 knives at an angle don't look exactly the same, but blade length is 3.5 inches. They're quite beefy. Good blade stock thickness. Nice upsweep on this 712. We have here is the 720 in orange, which is becoming a real popular beast. You see a lot of reviews on this knife now, and I don't see a whole lot of complaints, if any. Everybody seems to love it. This particular knife, I loaned it to a friend of mine who owns a wheatgrass farm, and they were using it to trim wheatgrass out of their flats before they juiced it. And I let him borrow it for about 3 months of wheatgrass cutting. And when he brought it back telling me it was dull, all I had to do was take a strop to it, and I was cutting phone book paper again. And I happen to know I've lent them a lot of knives in 8CR13 and AUS 8A so that they could try the same test. And I'm telling you, this thing was better when it came back to me. This held its edge better, and it took the new edge easier. What we have here is the model 742. This may be my favorite series, the 741, 742. This is not an axis lock. This is a frame lock. A well done frame lock with an over travel stop. The clip is done well. All of these are a single, or almost all of these are a single position clip except for this 742 or the 741, which will give you left hand carry. See, all of them have the Ganzo emblem up on the blade. They tell you the model number on the other side along with the steel type. If I can get that to focus in. I'm finally playing with my Nikon L820 here. I'm going to see if I can't produce some higher quality videos, and I intend to get out and do some shooting. If anybody knows of good video software or something I can download to my PC for free that I can do some high quality cutting and editing, please let me know in the comments below, because I would really appreciate that. I am on the prowl at the moment. I'd like to start cutting. Right now I'm just doing straight through videos. Our littlest guy here, he came with a little bit of front and back play. I mean, you've really got to grab him. Really got to get going on him to notice. You've got to show some force. But it's there. It's there, but it was $10. That's a $10 knife. It's easily the quality of an Ontario Utilitac, which is going to run you in the $25 to $30 price range. And you can get this for $10 if you can stand to wait on GearBest to get it to you within about 6 weeks. Now I'm going to show a couple of size comparisons here just so we get an idea of the size that these Ganzos are next to some other popular models. I've got here's a Manix DLC, Manix 2, G10 DLC. You can see we've got a little bit more blade, or a little bit more knife overall in these 3.5 inch models. Just a little. Maybe even only a 1/4 inch. Looks like about a 1/4 inch is what I'm seeing here in difference between these 3.5 inch Ganzos. Sorry about that. Alright. Let me show it up against a pair of 2, my custom pair of 2. You can see that overall we're about the same as a pair of 2, and we're looking at that 742, that 720, and that Bedlam copy, the 712. All are about the same exact overall length as the paramilitary 2, within about an 1/8 of an inch. Which I will be doing a review on my Manix and my Para 2 later on down the road. We'll get something smaller in here. How about a UK PK? Yep. Dwarfed. Absolutely dwarfed. You could eat this 720 and this 742. Could eat this UK PK. But no bullshit, guys. These are high quality units. I've been able to get the locks broke in on these, and as you can see, they just fall out. We're just wiggling, boys and girls. We're just wiggling. I can keep it back, walk it right into the handle without getting my damn finger in the way. Right in it goes. No problem at all. No problem at all. Same with the 720, which is even assisted a little more because of the blade weight. There you go, boys and girls. Smooth as silk. You're looking at some heavyweights here, though, between the 742, especially with the steel frame lock. Also smooth, though. Also lightning smooth. Oop, flipped my tripod. Knocked you all out of focus and everything. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Alright. Got you back in order here. Boom. Let's try that again. Boom. What do you know? Smooth as silk. Every one of these that I've received has been exactly the same. They've got good centering, very smooth actions. I did get a slightly stiff axis lock on this 724, but nothing that didn't break in properly with a little bit of use. All you got to do is sit there in front of the TV driving your wife crazy and flipping knives, and you'll have some of the smoothest knives that anybody's ever picked up off the counter. Alright, boys and girls, well, I hope you enjoyed my overview of these Ganzo knives tonight. They are worth the money. You're looking at $10, $15 to $17, $18 to $21, and $13.64 on GearBest right now for the 742 frame lock in green, black, or orange. I recommend you grab that sucker up. This is a beautiful knife, excellent action, great steel. It is a cutter. It has great ergonomics. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Alright, that's what I got to say about Ganzo, fellas. I'll talk at you.